Hey everyone, today I'm going to make a quick video about sump pumps, everyone's favorite topic, particularly popular with the ladies. And in this video, we'll learn how to tell if the sump pump is functioning properly or whether or not it even works at all. You see these channels, gullies, whatever you want to call them. If you have a sump pump, you likely have these. All these are basically water channels that all collect at key points in the house. Perhaps one sump pump, maybe you have several, but it basically channels all the water from your basement and puts it in here. Now, what do we have in here? Probably some big creepy spiders, but you can see here, these pipes, that's from these guys. And it all collects here in this drum, this basin, and the sump pump is also in here. Now, how to tell if it's actually working or not? If your drum here is completely full with water, that's a bad sign. Probably not working, but let's test it out. Now to test it out, all I'm gonna do is provide a generous donation of water to this basin, and hopefully the pump will turn on. And not a diddly darn thing happened, and hence why I'm making this video. So a little magic trick. Obviously it's now really silty and I can't see what I'm doing, but a sump pump functions very much like a toilet flushing mechanism in that there is a float in here that is supposed to rise up as the water level goes up, and once it reaches a certain detent, a certain point, it's supposed to flip the switch on the sump. So I'm going to reach in here. Whew. There. And now you can see this part is what I was talking about. This right here is attached to a little float, little ball of air, and it is this part that's responsible for turning on the pump. The problem with mine, and more likely than not, the problem with yours is that there's a lot of silt and dirt buildup. So all we gotta do is clean it up a little bit with a brush, perhaps a wire brush, so that the mechanism can move more freely. You know, get rid of the gunga so that this thing can do its job. Why don't I make an attempt at clearing this mechanism? And in fact, why don't I unplug this thing so that it doesn't keep spraying me and activating and not activating. It seems to me like it should be able to move around a lot more freely now. So why don't we test that theory by plugging this thing back in and donating a bit more water. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah. No, poor spider. But yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to see. We cleared this mechanism here, got rid of all the silt and debris that was blocking it from moving up, and now the force of the buoyancy of that float is sufficient to overcome the resistance at this leverage point, and it comes up with the level of the water and trips the sump pump. And that's all there is to it. Just 5 minutes or so of your time in testing your sump pump ensures that you don't have a flooding situation in your basement. Because the only other way you'll find out that your sump isn't working is because you'll come downstairs and find a flooded basement. And that's not a good day. If this isn't enough to turn the sump on, then there's a good chance you may need to replace it. Thank you for watching, stay dry, and I'll see you next time.